Good day, everyone. Today we'll be discussing about sexual reproduction. Yesterday, we have tackled about asexual reproduction, no? Asexual meaning a single parent, reproduction through single parent, no? Examples of or types of asexual reproductions are binary fission, fragmentation, budding, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, we have 6 types. First, rhizomes, runners, bulbs, tubers, corms, and plantlets. No? So, it is from a single parent, no? Isa lang yung parent and dumadami sila ng dumadami in favorable condition of their environment. So today we will be discussing the sexual reproduction. So first of all, no, I hope you are all excited and happy for today's discussion because um, this is to complete the reproduction discussion in biology, and this is the last discussion for this year, no, before we have our Christmas party tomorrow. So here are the learning objectives, no, for today. Describe sexual reproduction and differentiate from asexual reproduction. Objective number 2 is demonstrate knowledge on the parts of the flower, of a flower, then appreciate the importance of sexual reproduction. So for visible thinking routine, we have these images, no? This, as you can see here, a cell trying to penetrate another cell, no? As you all know, this is a sperm cell and this is the egg cell. So in the second image, this is the development of a fetus, no? So from fertilization, naging from zygote, naging blastocyst, then eventually naging fetus. Then at the end of the discussion, we should be able to answer this question, no? The question is, what makes an offspring different from its parent in sexual reproduction, and how does asexual and sexual reproduction differ, no? So let's start our discussion. So to start our discussion, let's first define sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction involves the union of gametes. When we say gametes, these are the reproductive agent ng ating parents, no? From female and male parents, no? Ayun ang pinagkaiba ni sexual and asexual. Si asexual, isa lang si parent. Sa sexual, dalawa. Sa asexual, isa lang. Again, sa parents ng sexual, dalawa. Isang male, isang female. Sa asexual, isa lang. It can be male or female. No? So gametes are both haploid cell. So haploid sila, ibig sabihin may kalahating traits and kalahati sa nanay, kalahati sa tatay. The union results in fertilization to form a diploid. O when say diploid, dahil isang buo na o dalawa na siya. Fertilized egg called zygote. No? Kapag ang sperm cell ay pumasok na sa egg cell and eventually fertilization begin, it is now called zygote. No? Tandaan sa sexual reproduction, the keyword is union of gametes. No, union ibig sabihin pagsasama, no? Union. Sa asexual, naghihiwalay sila, no? Splitting or fission, ganon. Sa asexual. Sa sexual, kabaliktaran, union, nagsasama naman. Next. So, sexual reproduction in plants, no, hindi lang naman animals or tayong tao ang nagkakaroon ng sexual reproduction, no, para magparami. So, meron rin sa plants, no, kung bakit may nakikita tayong mga prutas, that's because of sexual reproduction, no. Anong part naman ng plants ang nagkakaroon ng sexual reproduction? So, let's tackle about that. So, plants, kahapon, di ba, vegetative propagation, no? Pwede silang dumami through asexually, no? Pwede silang mag-reproduce or propagate asexually kahit hindi na wala ng parents, no? Meron din namang plants, lalo na yung mga may fruits, no? They reproduce sexually, no? So merong parent, now parent 1 or the female one and the parent 2 or the male counterpart. Some flowers are male and some are female, no? Mayroong mga flowers na lalaki lang siya and yung isang flower ay babae, no? It is evident in squash, no, sa kalabasa. The larger the flower, I think that's male. Then yung maliit na nakatiklop, that's female, no? But there are also bisexual flowers, no? For example, itong gumamela. Sa isang gumamela, meron ng female reproductive organ and male reproductive organ. So let's elaborate it on the next slide. No? Dahil bisexual nga siya, meron siyang female part and male part. So here, this is ang gumamela. No? So, pistil, also known as carpel. So, ito yung pistil. It comprised of stigma, style, and ovary. So, this is a stigma. Babalikan natin kanina. So, ito yung stigma. Ito, yan, itong part na to. That's the stigma. No, that's one of the female organ ng flower. Then, this is the style, yung mahabang to. That's the style. And nakakonect siya dun sa ovary. No? In this diagram, yan, nakakonect siya dito sa ovary. That's the ovary. Sa mga tao, meron rin tayo niyan. No? And other organisms that reproduce sexually, may ovary sila. Nandyan nabubuo yung egg, right? Or the ovule. That's the female part. Pistil. Again, pistil comprised of stigma, style, and ovary. Pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. Then, we have stamen. No? Stamen ang male reproductive part naman ni flower. So, stamen is composed of anther and filament. No? Si anther, siya yung, ayan si anther, itong dilaw. Yung dilaw is pollen grains, no? Kung saan nakakapit si pollen grains, ayun si anther. Ayan, makikita nyo yung medyo ma-red. Then, si filament ay yung mga mahahaba kung nasa dulo si anther, no? Filament yung mahahabang yan. So, that's the stamen. Again, si stamen ay anther and filament. Si pistil ay stigma, style, and ovary. So, babae yun. Si stamen, men, lalaki. Okay. Next. Ano pa yung part ng flower na hindi naman reproductive part, no? So, sepal. So, as you can see, wala ditong picture si sepal. No? It's back dun sa isang picture. So, ito si sepal, no? Ayan si sepal. Makikita niyo yan, sepal. Tapos yung isa, petal. Okay, sepal and petal. So si sepal, sabi, siya ay, function niya is to protect the flower when it is still a bud. No? Kung maliit pa si flower, si sepal yung nakakover sa kanya. Then eventually, kapag malaki na siya, bubuka na siya and lalabas na yung petals. No? Together with sepal, petals are the floral envelope of the flower. So floral envelope meaning sila yung nagko-conceal or nagpo-protect doon sa flower nung habang maliit pa siya. No? Then receptacle, no? Receptacle ay supports the flower and connects it to the stem of the plant. So this is the receptacle, itong area to. That's the receptacle. And above it, yung sepal, wala dito sa image. No? That's the receptacle. So here is the receptacle, ito. Then, it connects the flower to the stem. Ito yung stem. Then, ito si sepal. Ayan, si sepal. Okay, next. So let's go back to the first slide of the sexual reproduction, no? Paano nagkakaroon ng sexual reproduction? Una dito muna sa animals, no? Or sa humans, no? Meron nga tayong sperm and egg cell, no? Si sperm ay galing sa male organism, no? It is the smallest cell among the body of a human body, no? Pinakamaliit na cell ang sperm cell. So si sperm cell, pag nirelease siya ng male organism inside the body of the female organism, no, marami yan, hindi lang yan isa. So billions of sperm cell is released, no, upon release of the male organism. Kaya siya may buntot, no, si sperm cell. It's because ginagamit iyon for locomotion or movement kasi pupuntahan niya si egg cell, no? Paunahan yan, that's a race, no? Survival of the fittest. Paunahan kung sino ang sperm cell na makapunta at makapasok kay egg cell, siya yung nanalo sa race and siya yung nabubuong offspring. Kayo, lahat ng students ay kayo yung sperm cell na nanalo doon sa race, no? Kayo yung unang sperm cell na nakapasok sa egg cell ng inyong mother para ma-fertilize, maging zygote, eventually maging blastocyst, eventually maging embryo, then fetus, then kayo na. Offspring, no? New individual na. So that's the process of sexual reproduction in animals with gametes ng sperm cell and egg cell. No? Again, si sperm cell magta-travel from male reproductive organ ng lalaki, male nga, lalaki, to the egg cell ng babae. No? Maglalabas ng mag-ovulate yung female ng egg cell para mag-aantay siya kung may darating na sperm cell. Kung walang darating na sperm cell, doon nagkakaroon ng menstruation period, no? Doon nire-regla yung mga babae, no? Dahil hindi na fertilized yung egg, magbe-break yung wall ng nucleus, then eventually ilalabas nila yon in a form of blood, no? Kaya nagkakaroon ng menstruation. Pero kung may sperm cell na nakatagpo si egg cell, no, hindi na siya rereglahin dahil yung uterus ay kakapal, mag-thicken, then it will support the fertilized egg or the zygote and poprotektahan niya yon, hindi na siya rereglahin din. Eventually, lalaki yung bump ng mother, no, lalaki yung tiyan, and nagbubuntis na siya. That's the sexual process for humans and common animals, no, for sa mammals, no, that's the best examples. No, sa plants naman, paano nabubuntis si plants? Nabubuntis rin ba si plants? Kagaya natin, 9 months rin ba? No, not 9 months, no. For example, dito sa ating bisexual flowers, no? Ito yung pistil, no? Like, this is the stigma. Si stigma ay may sticky surface. Ito, madikit yan. Para pag dumikit si pollen grains dyan, ay hindi agad matatanggal ng hangin, ng other pollination agents, no? Yan, madikit, sticky siya, no? Then, this is the style, the elongated tube here that connects the stigma to the ovary. No? Kapag may mga insects, for example, mga pollinating agents, no? Hindi lang insects, no? Kasama tayo dyan, humans, wind, no? Kapag hinangin, si pollen grains pwedeng mapunta dito sa stigma. Then eventually, magta-travel si pollen grains from stigma, pababa ng style, and eventually, mamimit niya rin si ovary. No? Almost similar kay sexual reproduction with sperm cell and egg cell. Dito lang, pollen grains yung male, imbis na sperm cell, pollen grains. No? Doon naman, egg, dito diretso ovary. O, si ovary nagpo-produce ng ovule. No? And eventually, kapag nangyari yon, nagkakaroon ng fruits. For example, sa mangga. No? Yung mga bulaklak ng mangga, kapag um, nagkaroon ng bunga, o nagkaroon ng fruit na mangga, meaning na-pollinate siya, no? Nabuo, nagkaroon ng pollen grains, then pumasok sa stigma, then eventually na-fertilized yung ovule. No? Kaya nagkaroon ng bunga. And there are parts of the tree na may bulaklak pero nahuhulog lang yung bulaklak. It's because hindi na hindi na na-pollinate yung area na yon, no? And that's natural, no? Na hindi lahat ng flower ng isang tree ay mapopollinate, no? Lahat ng flower ay hindi lahat 'yun ay magiging fruits, no? Kaya nga sila marami mag-produce ng flower para more chances of producing a fruit, no? Kaya marami silang mamulaklak para mas malaki rin yung chance na ma-pollinate yung mga flower and eventually maging fruit. So that's the sexual reproduction in plants. So to answer the question on the first part of this discussion of this slide, no, how sexual reproduction sets apart from asexual reproduction. O, anong pinagkaiba ni sexual kay asexual? First, tandaan lagi na si sexual ay two parents, isang male and female. And keywords for sexual reproduction is the union of gametes. When we say gametes, it's male male reproductive agent ng male, and yung isa ay female, no? That's gametes. The cell, the female cell and the male cell, no? So paano sila nagkaiba bukod sa parents, no? Isa pang point, asexual reproduction reproduce in rapid and high volume of individuals or offspring, no? Mas madami mga anak si asexual kumpara kay sexual because may gestation period sa sexual, no? Kapag si sexual na-meet na nung male gamete, yung female gamete, pag nag-meet na sila, may fertilization pang nangyayari, no? Ibig sabihin may gestation period pa, kumbaga nabubuntis pa, no? So tatagal pa 'yon until ma-develop into their species, no? Pero pag asexual kasi, putulin lang yung katawan, new individual na, no? That's one point na pinagkaiba nila. And kapag asexual reproduction, sila. So, kung si male ay bihira magkaubo because of immunity sa bacteria na nagkakos ng ubo, and si female ay ubuhin, pag nagsama sila, so malaki ang chance na hindi agad mahawa si offspring because of the immunity ni father na namamana ni bata, no, ni offspring. So that's the point or their differences ng asexual and sexual reproduction. So I hope you learn something from this. So to assess your learning in a scale of from a scale of 1 to 4, 1 being the highest and 4 being the lowest, assess your learning and write it down on your notebook. Where 1 stands for I understand and I can teach someone else. And 4 means that I don't understand the discussion yet. Okay? So lastly, to evaluate, answer it in your science notebook, no? The best things I have done and learned from the session, blah blah blah, then I am now aware that sexual and asexual, blah blah blah, and I find it difficult, blah blah blah. So I hope you have learned something from asexual and sexual reproduction. And this is the last discussion for this year, no? December 12, 2023. Tomorrow is our Christmas party, and I hope you have learned something from this discussion. And goodbye, everyone, and happy holidays.